Hi everyone. Do you remember Till Eulenspiegel? How can you forget him, right? He is the hero of the story, The Mysterious Picture. Do you remember the boy who drew cats? What was common about Till and the boy who drew cats? Yes, that's correct. They both were artists. Here we have another story about an artist, but the difference between The Mysterious Picture, The Boy Who Drew Cats, and the story that we are going to learn now is that while the first two are fantasies and fairy tales, this one is a realistic story. Light on the Hills, the first chapter of the third unit in the 8th standard English reader, is a story that tells us the importance of dedication and sincerity to one's work through the lives of a brother and sister. The story is written by Lucy Clifford, who was a British novelist and journalist. The story begins with a conversation between the brother and his little sister. The boy goes to the field with the intention of working at his picture. He loved painting pictures. The boy's little sister went too and stood by him watching while he painted. He was painting the picture of the field. The little sister looked at how he was painting and commented that the trees that he painted were not quite straight. She also told him that the sky he painted was not blue enough. The boy hadn't completed his picture, so he said, "It will come all right soon." However, he was doubtful if people would like his picture and asked his little sister, "Will it be of any good?" The girl was surprised when she heard the boy's question. She replied, "Oh, yes. It will make people happy to look at the picture. They will feel as if they were in the field." The boy was not very confident and he still had doubts. So he asked again, "If I do it badly, will it make them unhappy?" The boy wanted to know if people would be unhappy to look at his picture if he painted it badly. The little girl replied to her brother that if he did his work with dedication and honesty, people would know how hard he had tried and they would like his work for that very reason. Dedication is devotion and commitment to whatever you do, hard work and effort that is put into an important activity. As they both were thus talking about the painting, the girl suddenly called the boy's attention to the light upon the hills, and they stood together looking at all the things in nature the boy was trying to paint. They looked at the trees and the field, the deep shadows and the hills beyond, and everything else. The sunlight was glimmering. To glimmer is to shine with a faint, unsteady light. Maybe it was a time of sunset, and that was why the sunlight was glimmering. The leaves were rustling. Rustle is the soft, crackling sound that leaves make when wind passes through them. As they stood there and observed all these sights, the brother and sister, here they heard a stream rippling somewhere. A stream is a small river. Ripple is a small wave or series of waves on the surface of water caused by a breeze or an object dropping into it. Looking at the magnificence of nature around them, the girl said, "It is a beautiful world. It is a great honor to make things for it." Honor means pride. "It is a beautiful world," the boy echoed sadly. "It is a sin to do anything which might represent the world badly or imperfectly." To echo here means to repeat. Sin is something which is wrong, a wrongdoing against God or against a religion. Very simply put, it is a misdeed. The little girl wanted to know if her brother would always do everything well, and so she asked him, "But will you always do things well?" The boy said, "I get so tired and long to leave off so much." The boy seems like a very honest boy. He truthfully told his sister how tired work made him, even if he wanted to do his best. He then suddenly asked his sister a question. "What do you do when you want to do your best, your very, very best?" Even though the girl was younger to the boy, she gave a very mature reply to the boy's question. She said, "I think if I want to do my very, very best, then I'll do it for the people I love. It makes you very strong if you think of them. You can bear pain and walk far and do all kind of things, and you do not get tired very soon." What a lovely thought. What do you think about what the girl said? The girl seems to be somebody who has a deep understanding of life, love, and relationships. Love is truly that force which makes us want to do our best. Love makes us strong. It gives us the courage to handle difficult situations in life. If everybody did everything in the manner in which the girl said, how beautiful would the world be, right? Listening to what the girl said, the boy thought for a while and said, then I shall paint my picture for you. I shall think of you all the time I am doing it. What do you understand from this comment of the boy? We understand that he wanted to do his very, very best with the picture he was painting, and in order to do it, he decided to do it for his little sister. He loved his little sister very, very much. He thought that painting the picture for his little sister, whom he loved so much, would make him do his best. Once more, they looked at the hills and the light from it, and together they went home. Not soon after that, a big tragedy happened in their family. One night, when the family was sleeping, the little sister died in her sleep. How tragic and heartbreaking. Can you imagine the boy's shock and grief at suddenly losing his dear little sister? The boy was heartbroken and he found it difficult to cope with this sudden loss. Their mother called the boy and explained to him, son, your little sister wandered into another world and journeyed on so far that she lost the clue to earth and could not be back anymore. Wow, that is a beautiful and poetic take on death. To think of death as wandering into another world and getting lost there, forgetting your way back to earth. Interesting, right? To wander is to walk around without any clear purpose or direction. The death of the girl affected the boy so much that he grieved for a long, long time. To grieve is to feel very sad because somebody has died. He tried to take off his mind from the tragedy by painting many pictures, but he could never gather the courage or strength to go back to the same field he once saw with his sister. He could never even bear to look at the picture of the field he had promised to paint for his sister. But after many years, when he became a young man, as he sat and worked, he had now become an artist. So as he sat and worked, a strange and invisible power came to him. Since the time his little sister died, the boy had in his heart a longing. A longing is a strong feeling of wanting something. The boy didn't know what he longed for. But when the strong feeling came on him, he felt like it was an answer to the longing in his heart. This feeling gave him the answer to what he longed for or desired. He understood that the longing or the desire in his heart was to put into the world something that would make the meanest, humblest citizen a little happier or better. Meanest here means very poor. Humble here in the context of the story means belonging to the lowest social class. So that was his heart's desire, to do something that would make the poorest of people happy. At last, when he gained enough confidence, he began working on the picture he had promised to paint for his dear sister. He went on working on it until it was finished. Our boy, who is now a young man, soon held an exhibition of all his paintings. At the exhibition, the audience looked at the picture he had painted for his dear sister and commented, "This is better than all he has done before. It is surely beautiful, for it makes one happy to look at it." Audience are the people who come to watch or listen to something such as a play, a concert, an exhibition, etc. The young artist was glad to know that the audience loved his masterpiece. After the exhibition, the young man went back to the field he had once visited with his sister. This was the first time he was going there after her death. As he went back to the field, the young artist said, "My heart ached as I did it. I thought of her all the time I worked. It was a sorrow that gave me power." Sorrow teaches us many lessons, more lessons than happiness ever will teach us. As the young man thought of the ache or pain in his heart he felt during the time he completed his picture, it seemed as if a soft voice of his long dead sister spoke to his heart. The voice said, "Not sorrow, but love, and perfect love has all the good qualities in its gift, and from it comes all other things, all things except for happiness." What the voice meant was that it was not sorrow, but love for his dead sister that made the young artist complete the picture. If love is perfect, it brings with it other qualities like courage, strength, peace, maturity, and all other things except happiness. The boy stopped the voice speaking to his heart and asked, "How does one find happiness?" The voice speaking softly to his heart answered that finding happiness was a strange case. If one wanted to find happiness for one's own self, then one must seek it for others. To seek means to look for, to search. How true is that statement? Happiness is a very unselfish thing. We cannot be happy unless our fellow human beings are happy. The only way to be happy is to make others happy. But the young man thought that happiness was so difficult to catch or to find. His own heart answered him, "Perfect love helps one to live without happiness. And above everything else, love helps one to work and wait. Love is patient and it teaches us patience." But the young man eagerly wanted to know how love would be if it gave happiness too. The voice answered him back, then it is called heaven. In conclusion, I'd like to sing a song for you.
The time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy, and we'll have a little heaven right here. We'll have a little heaven right here.